Hi, I'm Carl Jacobson, and together with my wife Robin, we run the woodshop.tv. We have a YouTube channel that's primarily focused around wood turning. I got into wood turning in my mid-20s and have been doing it ever since. I got into general woodworking pretty young. My grandfather was a woodworker, so he had me out there just about as soon as I could walk. I was out in the shop with him. As far as the oldest tool in my shop, I think it's me. I have a couple of tools, a table saw and a drill press that are getting close, but I don't think they're gonna catch up. The one tool I don't think I could live without is probably the lathe. Ever since I got into it, I haven't been able to stop. It's just a great creative outlet for me. If you're a craftsman and you're thinking about getting into the social media side of it, things like YouTube, I say go for it. The more people that are out here sharing ideas, the better it is for everybody. Although I primarily work with wood, there's a lot of other materials that you can turn on the lathe, things like acrylics, and I even turn automotive paint. In the industry, it's called Fordite or Detroit agate, and it's overspray. It's the buildup on the racks that they've cut off. So I've turned a little bit of that. Inspiration? Oh, just about everywhere. I'm always looking around at different things, and not necessarily woodworking or wood turning projects, to try and figure out how I can do that on the lathe. One that comes to mind was I did a jellyfish lamp a while back, and the inspiration came from a seashell and a little air plant that we saw at the beach. So I'm always just kind of looking at things a little bit differently. I turn things like the Millennium Falcon, projects like that you wouldn't generally think that it was turned on a lathe. I have made a few of my own wood turning tools in the past, but for the most part I just make little jigs to fit that specific project, little jam chucks and things like that. And I'm constantly, because the projects vary so much, I'm constantly making little chucks and things to hold things like spoons and spheres and things like that. I don't buy a lot of wood for the lathe projects. I've been doing this quite a while, so what I do is I have a chainsaw in my truck. So as I'm driving around, if I see a downed tree in somebody's yard that they're cutting up for firewood, I just swing in and ask them if I can have a few pieces. So I've only been turned down one time. I've been doing it for quite a few years, so I have a system out back where I kind of rotate the wood through, because most of the projects I do, I need the wood to be dry. But there's a lot of free wood out there. Tree services and things like that are always willing to give you a few pieces of lumber. If I had an unlimited budget and a bigger shop, what would I do? I would probably fill it up with some more lathes and open it up to classes, kind of like a maker space. I really like introducing people to wood turning. I think once they get into it and try it, the creativity is just endless. Probably try and introduce it to as many people as I could. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Hopefully right here most days. I still really enjoy turning. I'm out here turning quite a bit, even when I'm not doing videos for YouTube. I just really enjoy it. I love to continue what I'm doing with YouTube and the social media side of it, but hopefully I will still be here in 5 years. Projects I'm most proud of. It would have to be the projects where you have to fit a lot of pieces together. I really enjoy that whole process of having an idea in my head and being able to work it out on the lathe. Things like I mentioned, the Jellyfish and the Millennium Falcon. We've made the Enterprise. So projects like that where I'm just kind of working through it as the project's evolving and test fitting pieces to go on to make it look proportioned right. So I enjoy those projects, and I enjoy that whole process of just having an idea in your head and getting right to work.